Tonight we report on video released of the September 5th officer-involved shooting in Moses Lake and why the Quincy Valley Medical Center is forced to make cutbacks. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Ephrata drops a state playing game to Clarkston, and Moses Lake girls soccer has bounced out of the first round. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Our first significant low elevation snow can be possible as early as this Thursday. I'm Cristina Sanchez, and I'll have the details just ahead with your 7-day forecast.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
The Grant County Prosecutor's Office has released video from the September 5th officer-involved shooting in Moses Lake. The shooting had previously been ruled justified. Reporter Cameron Probert has the story.
The Grant County Prosecutor's Office recently released footage of the September officer-involved shooting outside of Leprechaun Harvest Foods in Moses Lake. Prosecutor Angus Lee released a report late last month stating Roberto Escamilla Mendoza tried to hit an officer with his car before a Moses Lake police officer shot him on September 5th. Escamilla Mendoza was at the center of an investigation for allegedly selling methamphetamine. An informant reportedly arranged to meet Escamilla Mendoza in the parking lot as part of a police operation. The Moses Lake man is facing charges of possession with intent to deliver meth and attempted delivery of meth after officers allegedly found 5.7 pounds of the drug in his residence. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Quincy Valley Medical Center is cutting expenses and re-evaluating services after voters rejected a levy designed to help alleviate the hospital's debt. The one-year property tax proposal was to help the hospital lower its debt to Grant County to less than $3 million. The hospital owes $3.5 million. The Hospital Board of Commissioners, executive team, and medical staff members will soon be offering short and long-term strategies to cut services to reduce the debt. Hospital Administrator Mehdi Merid stated there is no simple solution to the financial problems encountered by the hospital district. With disproportionate bad debt and charity care write-offs, Quincy Valley Medical Center is forced to consider the short-term strategy of cutbacks, he said. In addition to cutting expenses, the hospital district will continue to monitor the progress and make adjustments in its business office to increase revenues. While Moses Lake's financial future remains uncertain, the city is moving forward with its budget for next year. Reporter Cameron Probert has more information.
Moses Lake City Council approved the first reading of its $55 million budget Tuesday evening. The proposed 2015 budget is roughly $5 million less than last year's budget. The cuts include eliminating the city's marketing program, closing the Larson Recreation Center and ice rink, and stopping wage increases for the year. City Manager Joe Kavinsky said the city's financial position is the worst he's seen in 35 years. The city is facing a roughly $1 million deficit to its general fund, and possibly will need to borrow money from other sections of the city's budget to cover it. The general fund pays for city police, fire, recreation, and administration. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
A man is going to jail after he forced his way into a residence and threatening a woman with pepper spray. Joshua Bechtel, a 30-year-old Ephrata resident, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to burglary, assault, and theft. He was sentenced to 5 months in jail. Bechtel and his girlfriend were arguing in late April, and he left her residence. He returned and opened the deadbolt with a key he stole and forced a hook latch out of the wall to enter the residence. When the victim told him he needed to leave, Bechtel threatened her with a can of pepper spray, yelled at her, and forced her onto the bed. The victim was able to escape while Bechtel was looking for an item underneath the bed. Bechtel took several items, including the woman's dog, and left the residence. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
And we'll be back right after this.